Welcome back to Pride Reviews, folks. Summer is long over, and now even the spooky season has come to an end. So, what does that mean? Well, it's cuffing season, of course. When you're finished with your number one favorite cuffing season activity, then it's time for the second reason you want to get a boot up for the winter, having a binge watch buddy. Really, the only question is, what are you going to watch? Well, good news. There is no shortage of options all month long. Here's what you don't want to miss. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Queer, based on the semi-autobiographical novel by William Burroughs, is set in Mexico City during the 1940s and follows William Lee, an American expat living mostly in isolation among American college students and bar owners. He becomes infatuated with a discharged American Navy serviceman, Eugene Allerton, a drug user who eventually becomes involved with Lee after initially being indifferent to his advances. Starring Daniel Craig and Outer Banks breakout Drew Starkey, helmed by Challengers and Call Me By Your Name, director Luca Guadagnino from a screenplay by Justin Kiritzkas. The film is set for a theatrical release starting November 27th. I can't wait for this to watch in theaters. A rich teenage runaway and a group of street hustlers who both seek to find a place for themselves in the world. Some nights I feel like walking. This film follows a group of young street hustlers navigating Manila's nocturnal underbelly as they embark on a journey to fulfill their friend's dying wish. Vargas, known for his commercially successful Filipino features, shifts gears with this indie project that explores queer desires and found families. The narrative traces the bonds formed between these characters against the backdrop of Manila's nighttime streets and the open roads of the Philippines. The film is set to make its world premiere in competition at Tallinn Black Nights Film Festival, running November 8th to 24th. Parallax Films is handling international sales. The film is an international co-production between the Philippines, Singapore, and Italy, bringing together Asian powerhouse producers Dalyong Studios. High Tide is a 2024 American romantic drama film written and directed by Marco Calvani and starring Marco Pagasi, James Bland, Marissa Tomei, and Bill Irwin. Heartbroken and adrift, undocumented Brazilian immigrant Lorenzo searches for purpose in the queer mecca of Provincetown. As the summer season comes to a fade, he sparks an intense and unexpected romance with Maurice. Together, the two reconcile the pasts they've left behind and their uncertain futures. A haunting lead performance from Marco Pagasi, steeped in melancholy and raw pain, but also in moments of openness, optimism, and even joy, helps make High Tide an affecting portrait of untethered gay men seeking meaningful connections. This movie is already playing in theaters. Marvel's Agatha all along has just made MCU history by including the franchise's first major lesbian kiss between Kathryn Hahn's Agatha and Aubrey Plaza's Rio. Since debuting in September, the WandaVision spin-off has become an absolute must-watch, with fans and critics alike hailing it as one of Marvel's best TV shows. Starring Kathryn Hahn, Heartstopper's Joe Locke, Patti LuPone, Aubrey Plaza, Sashir Zamata, Alion, Deborah Jo Rupp, the limited series was teased as the gayest project Marvel has ever done, and the cast agreed, with Aubrey saying there'll be a gay explosion by the end of it. It's the gayest thing Marvel has ever done. Which, granted, isn't saying much, but we're still excited. This show is streaming on Disney+. Paul Mescal and Pedro Pascal get sweaty and bloody in the new trailer for Gladiator II. From legendary director Ridley Scott, Gladiator II continues the epic saga of power, intrigue, and vengeance set in ancient Rome. Years after witnessing the death of the revered hero Maximus at the hands of his uncle, Lucius, Paul Mescal, is forced to enter the Colosseum after his home is conquered by the tyrannical emperors who now lead Rome with an iron fist. With rage in his heart and the future of the empire at stake, Lucius must look to his past to find strength and honor to return the glory of Rome to its people. This one will be playing on theaters 22nd of November. This new Hallmark Plus original romantic movie, The Groomsman Second Chances, starring Jonathan Bennett and Alexander Lincoln. When Danny finds the courage to admit his romantic feelings for his best friend, when he is asked to be the best man at his wedding in Greece. This is a great movie. Friendship, relationship, scenery, wardrobe, the right balance of rom-com. You will enjoy especially Jonathan Bennett. In this movie, Jonathan makes the character Danny a likable, life and love confused everyday guy. Follows two college freshmen who continue to date their high school sweethearts and now have to pull a turkey dump and break up with them over Drunksgiving, the one chaotic night before Thanksgiving in their hometown that puts their codependent friendship to the test. Watch this on Max Original. In the madness, media pundit Muncie Daniels, Coleman Domingo, must fight for his innocence and his life after he stumbles upon a murder deep in the Poconos woods. As the walls close in, Muncie strives to reconnect with his estranged family and his lost ideals in order to survive. The series is set to premiere on Netflix 28th of November with 8 episodes. Maria is a 2024 biographical psychological drama film about opera singer Maria Callas. It is directed by Pablo Larraín, written by Stephen Knight, and is an international co-production between Italy, Germany, and the United States. The film stars Angelina Jolie in the title role. Maria Callas, the world's greatest opera singer, lives the last days of her life in 1970s Paris as she confronts her identity and life. The film premiered at the 81st Venice International Film Festival on August 29, 2024, where it competed for the Golden Lion and received generally positive reviews from critics, who singled out Jolie's performance for praise. It will be released in select theaters in the United States on November 27, 2024, before streaming on Netflix on December 11th. It will later be theatrically released in Italy by 01 Distribution on January 1, 2025, and in Germany by Studio Canal on February 6. Elton John. Never Too Late follows Elton John as he looks back on his life and the astonishing early days of his 50-year career in this emotionally charged, intimate, and uplifting full-circle journey. As he prepares for his final concert in North America at Dodger Stadium, Elton takes us back in time to recount the extraordinary highs and heartbreaking lows of his early years and how he overcame adversity, abuse, and addiction to become the icon he is today. Watch this in theaters. The BBC crime drama Sherwood features a queer character, the Sheriff of Nottingham, played by Rhys Meitrowicz. A young, queer, and female Sheriff of Nottingham is a new character in Season 2 of the BBC crime drama Sherwood. The character is intended to modernize the role and provide representation. A newly appointed Sheriff of Nottingham is passionately fighting against a proposed new mine for the area. While the mine promises much-needed jobs and prosperity, it is also an unwelcome reminder of the legacy that has mired the community for so long. Unravel the twisted mind of a serial killer as he lures victims to film his life, only to reveal his deadly intentions. The Creep Tapes is an upcoming American found-footage horror television miniseries created and directed by Patrick Bryce, and co-written by Patrick Bryce and Mark Duplass. It is the third installment of the Creep franchise. It will premiere on the streaming services Shudder and AMC Plus on November 15, 2024. It explores a collection of videotapes from a serial killer who hires victims under false pretenses to film him. Each episode features a new victim, Overqualified and undervalued, Rita is a lawyer at a large firm that is more interested in getting criminals off the hook than bringing them to justice. One day, she is given an unexpected way out when cartel leader Manitas hires her to help him withdraw from his business and realize a plan he has been secretly preparing for years to become the woman he has always dreamt of being. This movie is playing in theaters now, but it'll be streaming on Netflix November 13th. Chasing Amy explores the transformational impact of the 90s cult classic on a 12-year-old queer kid from Kansas coming of age and to terms with his identity. For young Save Rogers, the Kevin Smith cult classic became a life raft. As Rogers examines the film and its making as a cornerstone of LGBTQ+ cinema, he finds himself at a complicated crossroads. This one is playing in theaters. The sex lives of college girls will return to our screens this November. According to showrunner Justin Noble, episodes will have a longer runtime. HBO and Max have finally submitted the first assignment trailer for this new season, and it's super hot and filled with a lot of new faces. Tons of people at Essex got a major glow-up over the summer, and there is no better way to celebrate than with more sexual tension and some possible new relationships.